Welcome back, everybody, to the Canadian Esports Championship Series Valorant Division on a Wednesday. Who knew? We got the map ban coming up for Mostly Harmless up against Six Playground. I gotta say, Alderia, it looked like this might be a little bit of a quick night, but after seeing the seventh inning stretch coming in from Striker and the rest of Six Playground on Haven, I'm definitely excited to see what Six Playground are going to bring to the table in terms of momentum on map 2 because it definitely, you can tell they came to play and they are not going to give up without a fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we had that short break because I'm not gonna lie, I needed a second to recuperate after some of
Oh
those
yeah.
amazing plays from Striker. And we're gonna actually getting into the map bans here, and Haven taken out immediately by
Mhm.
mostly harmless. Funny enough, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I think that that's something that Mostly Harmless has said that they want to be doing is, playing a lot of different maps. And hey, look at that. Sorry about sorry about having to repeat this one after all those matchmaking experiences, Aldira, but we are on Split for map 2, and I'm excited about it because we haven't seen it in a while. It is also Six Playground once again starting on the attack side, so Mostly Harmless are going to choose defense there. I believe Six Playground had the pick last time, so they chose defense on Haven, interestingly enough, but Mostly Harmless going to be defending on Split. And as soon as the players ready up, we're ready to get into game.
You know what? I can't be that mad because after that last match between these two teams, they've shown me that no matter what, it can be a pretty exciting match.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I'll settle for split. And
Good to hear.
all things considered, no matter what, it'll be completely. I'm excited to watch any map played by these teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing to see players of this caliber just going head to head and. When they're making amazing standout plays like what we saw from people like Ongline and Striker,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter what map they're on,
Yep.
you're gonna get really excited.
Play them on a wide open Aim Labs custom map, and it's going to be a fun match, right? Definitely,
Right?
these teams are really, really exciting to watch. Mostly Harmless, a perennial champion in our league here in our sort of group, and the newcomers Six Playground really coming to play in a lot of these games. Bringing up sort of right now they're in fourth place, and they are definitely able to challenge any of these top three teams. So on Split, I'm excited to see what comes through. They do have to start on attack side, and attacking on Split is very difficult. It is not the map you want to start on attack if you can help it, because, a lot of the defense strategies are very much solved on this map, even with the updates that made kind of taking mid control a little easier for the attackers. Still, Split is a very defensive sided map, and they're going to have a tough time breaking through that defense that Mostly Harmless are putting up.
Yeah, but they've definitely shown us that even when momentum is in the other team's corner, they can turn it around. So as long as they don't let it get too out of hand, I think they should be fine, honestly. And I
Mm-hmm.
think we might see a lot closer of a first half this time. I'm really hoping that we do. It was, not gonna lie, it was little bit of a blowout last round or
Yeah.
last game going into the first half, and we weren't expecting much. The second half was really the only time where things got crazy. So I'd like
Yep.
to see a lot more action just all throughout the match. And I mean, just
Yeah.
a great match in general, really close. I don't think I've actually seen an overtime yet, so I'd
Yeah.
definitely love to pass that.
Yeah, you've been unlucky because we've gotten quite a few. We even had an 18-16 score the other day in one of these games, a triple overtime. So that was just mind blowing. And yeah, these two teams, Mostly Harmless versus Sup Buddy was that game actually. Sup Buddy ending up taking that one. So incredible stuff. Oh, look at the Yoru hover. They
Playground.
heard us.
You're
They heard us.
they
They know
know.
we wanted it, but I don't know. It might not come through. But actually, another exciting note that we've got to point out is Dizzy, who has gone over on to the Viper on defending side of Split here. And Dizzy, like I said, was teasing us with Viper before. He's been working on it. He's been interested in the new Viper with the buffs, and we are about to see it in action here.
Not only that, but we talked about how Mostly Harmless kind of sticks to their usual setup, but we're seeing them deviate a good bit from that.
Yeah.
Ian is on the Raze instead of the Jet. We've got React onto the Sage, Dizzy on the Viper, Streets is teasing the Sky, and
Mm-hmm.
on Klein, I'm assuming was going to go Reyna, and now he's Yeah, he's going Reyna. He's
Wow.
not going to go Yoru, but we're not going to see any Yoru picks, unfortunately.
Like you
Uh,
said, this is the most deviation we've seen for Mostly Harmless by a good measure. We've maybe seen one, like Streets sometimes goes back and forth, React maybe, but uh, oh, it looks like some of the players maybe aren't locking in. We'll see what comes of that. But in any case, if this is the... There we go. They
there we
did
go.
lock in. Maybe a bit of a glitch there. But yeah, Streets on Sky. First time we've seen him on that. Ian on Raze, trying to show up on Gline over here, who has gone over to the Reyna. Now, we have seen on Gline on Reyna before, and it's no surprise. I mean, with somebody who's that type of player, who's taking a lot of ego peaks, trying to get those opening kills, Reyna's the perfect agent for that, right? On the other side, though, we see a bit of more standard composition. Papi Rasa has headed over onto the Reyna, though, trying to take up the mantle of the duelist for himself. And, of course, the Killjoy, the Sage, the Omen, the Jet. Pretty standard stuff.
We see Reyna get played quite a bit on Split. She's very proficient on just about any map, but this one especially with all the walls and the corners that she can kind of just dip behind after a kill. She can use her invulnerability to just kind of back away and get away safely. And this is probably the strongest map for Raze as well. Raze is able to do a lot of work and shut down a lot of options on this map.
This or Bind, I would say. Yeah, and definitely Raze. Definitely, I mean, Raze is a very, very strong agent in general right now. But it's interesting. Ian, you know, the Jet is totally an option here on Split, but Ian choosing to go over to the Raze instead. And I'm very, very excited to see how that works. And look at this. You got the Sage and the Viper Wall.
That's really interesting, actually. I would expect them to be kind of alternating it for when they break down the wall, and yeah, it looks like that's what they're going for here. Is Mostly Harmless is gonna have a pretty heavy focus on mid, and well, they read that well because that is what we're seeing almost all the pressure coming from Playground here.
They do focus on mid. After they are stopped, they break the wall and back off. So now they've got a couple of options, but you can see Amit holding onto the spike and still walking up towards the mid area. And there's the wall. That indicates they're heading into B Heaven. But Amit's all by himself here.
Ongline's gonna get the opening kill, and he's gonna use his invulnerability to get out of there as well. As Dizzy's gonna chime in, but it's 2 kills from the side, make that 3 kills from Playground as they're opening up the site here. Papi Rasa is gonna get 2 more onto the site, and now this is a 3v1 retake for Streets. It is not looking likely. All he's really got is his dog to play with here. But he's gonna manage to find 1 kill here. Streets making this a lot more possible actually now. But Amit's gonna shut it down. Pretty even disbursement of kills amongst Playground here as well on the pistol.
I actually really like that from CECS Playground. They were able to get a very, very well-coordinated pincer into both B Heaven and out of Garage at the same time. And once Papi Rasa got down into the site, those B players were still looking very, very focused over onto Garage, and Papi Rasa just got those 2 kills completely for free. Like, there was no duel at all. Papi Rasa just gets them easily from the side. So, CECS Playground with nice coordination and sort of seemed to disorient the B defense of Mostly Harmless. So, we'll see if they can shore that up.
And just like that, they're already off to a better start than last map.
Absolutely, yeah. And tactically as well as aim-wise, I think. I think that was just a really nice hit.
Yeah, that definitely was a very good reaction and a really good take. Well coordinated, and doesn't look like they're actually going to be checking. Well, yes, they will eventually check this corner for React, and Amit's going to get the opening kill. Another mirror match. Me and you seem to be pretty famous for that
Exactly.
these days. Ongline's going to get contact in this side. He's going to manage to get 1, but Amit is going huge in this round. He's on a 3K possibility for an ace here, actually. He's definitely hitting his shots for it.
Rich steals that one away.
Rich will get the kill though, and there's no ace, but it's a round win, and that's all you're looking for if you're playing at this kind of level. Ian's gonna get contact from Papi Rasa, but Rasa's not giving it to him. They're playing this very safe. They're not overextending like we saw them doing a little bit in the previous map. They've definitely kind of learned how to burst and then hold the aggression.
Yeah, and they just seem a little bit more comfortable maybe on Split. Ian comes out, Marco takes him down. That's a pretty nice round there. Of course, it was, once again, the save coming in from Mostly Harmless. They're going to have guns this round, and they're going to be up against the bonus of CECS Playground. So, yeah, you can see Amit up at the top of the scoreboard. 5 frags, and already Resurrection is available after grabbing those ultimate points from the kills. So they're going to have to run into the rifles now, and they are going to have to do it with SMGs and a little bit of light armor. Much more difficult task, and it looks like A is the way they've decided to do it, even though they're dropping the spike into sewer.
Yeah, Battle Sage is coming through right now. Emmit's definitely very comfortable taking the fights with this character. Flash is going to come through from Streets, but it's a very aggressive take-up. Ramps from Striker here. He's going to manage to get quite a bit of map control, and he's going to try and get this kill inside of Vents. He's going to find it. He's going to be able to upgrade to a Vandal as well. This gives him a little bit of control in the mid as well. He's pushing through the smoke, but he's not going to check behind him. Emmit's going to get the refrag, though, and here's the res onto Striker as well. But it looks like they're transitioning actually into a B take. This was a beautiful bait from Playground, and Dizzy hasn't bitten on that bait. He's going to take out 2 players, and this is going to make it a little more difficult here as he's transitioning into Garage. He's going to be able to hold this. Actually, he does not have control of the spike now that I take a closer look, and Streets is going to throw out a flash. They're trying to box them into this site right now, and they've done a pretty good job. They've given up having control in Playground. Is kind of fenced in right now.
They are, and it looked like Six Playground had such a great opportunity here. Marco will be able to get the plant, but all of them are stuck on site, like you say. These 2 players coming out need to play off each other as Dizzy is very low, not able to do much except distract.
Streets gonna peek in, and him and Ian are gonna take out Striker, the star player so far. It's all up to Emmett, but he's been the big one in this match so far. Gonna get a few tags here. He's actually gonna get 1 kill. He's able to heal himself. Might also be able to grab this Vandal. He's down to the Ghost, actually. He doesn't have time for the reload. Ian has to clutch this out. He's gonna tap the bomb once again. Emmett is gonna peek in, and Emmett, what a clutch! Playground is so calm in the clutch right now. They're gonna put up their 3rd round on their bonus buy.
Why are they so much better right now? This is crazy. Six Playground have just found another level on Split, and it starts with comfortability on the map. It's just so crystal clear how much more comfortable they are on Split than Haven. They are very, very coordinated on these hits. That A hit in the fake, even though Dizzy had a nice spray down to take a couple of players, still, they had enough fundamentals put into that round that they were able to recover and then aim it with just an unbelievable clutch once again. And there we go, through the wall. Wow, this is just a completely new look right now for Six Playground.
As you say that, Striker's gonna find another kill. They're gonna be pushing up. Now, granted, this is a save round here from Mostly Harmless. It's expected that this is going to be a loss. But still, it's the way that they're getting these kills. They feel so confident right now, but Dizzy feeling confident in his shot right now. He's traded out by Striker, though, as there's only so much that one Sheriff can do. Streets finally able to go onto this flank into Garage. We'll see if Playground is ready for this, and well, they are, but Streets wins the gunfight against Rich. He's been struggling a little bit today, it seems, and Streets is gonna full blind himself and walk right into Striker.
Very tough spot for Streets there. It's only Ian remaining, with Sheriff in hand, has rifles as well available.
Gonna manage to pick up 1 rifle, and he's gonna get the first frag onto Striker, but not gonna be able to find the follow-up onto Marco. Marco playing inside of Hell is gonna shut down the round. It's 4 rounds in a row. This is looking like a reverse of Haven almost.
Absolutely, and on Split as well, not known to be an attacking sided map, but the planning coming in from Six Playground has just been immaculate. They are doing such a great job of hitting these sites. It doesn't even appear, besides the odd time, that they're like way more on it in terms of aim and skill. It's just they came with a game plan to Split. They know exactly what each player needs to be doing, and they're executing. And it looks like Mostly Harmless just don't quite have the answer for it right now. Very impressive stuff so far from Six Playground. This default comes in once again. That Viper wall continues to go up, and it has made some problems, but the thing is, this Viper wall doesn't stop them from getting in, and a lot of their success has been through mid so far in these rounds.
Yeah, it's almost, you might want to see them start investing the Sage wall with it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least on the pistol round, that stalled them out for quite a bit and shut them down from mid, but React actually going to use the Sage wall for Heaven itself, and Ian's going to peek through the smoke outside of Vents to pick up 1 kill. Will he be good for the second is the question now, as gonna be a fight inside of heaven. Striker's gonna manage to find Dizzy, and Ian's gonna manage to find a kill onto Rasa, as well as Ongline chiming in. Striker, though, with the operator, is gonna pick up a third or second kill inside of this round, trying to keep his team inside of it. It's a 2v3, make that a 1v3 for Striker. We've seen him work some miracles, but can he do this one?
He's got a tough task here. The bomb isn't really planted. Oh, the bomb isn't planted at all, I should say. I thought they had spiked down, but yeah, with the spike there, it feels almost impossible. Striker misses
He's gonna
that
get tagged
shot.
up as well. He might just save the op here, but no, he's actually continuing to go in here. He's gonna take another shot, pop out the Blade Storm to try and hold close here, but no leeway being given right now. Mostly Harmless does not want to give up their economy right now. It's not looking the healthiest, and they want to keep it as fresh as possible. Doesn't seem like they mind giving an op up right now to Striker. It's split on attack. That's not the worst decision, I'd say. The op is definitely difficult to work on attack, especially on a map like this.
Exactly. Yep. Striker has been deadly on it so far, but like you say, it's you know, you'd much rather have it on defense. And you know, that round finally mostly Harmless managed to break the win streak, and I think that we can analyze it to be because basically they were able to take aim duels and play against the default as opposed to an execute. All the previous rounds have been executions where everything is planned out to the down to the letter, as opposed to a default where you slightly rely on your aim and you rely on players to create space. Mostly Harmless is going to win that style of round every time. Their players are just so good. But Streets
Speaking of
over-peeking into the
Striker,
op.
Striker's gonna find the first kill on this round. Cloudburst going out to top ramps, and Ian is looking to make some big damage with the showstopper here. He's gonna go for Striker, gonna find him. Good trigger discipline, and he's gonna pick up the second onto Emit. He's looking for this third one onto Marco. Will he find it? No, Marco shuts him down, but Ongline ready for the refrag. So it's now a 2v4, or 2v3, my bad.
That play Ongline just made with the Raze ultimate, I play Raze, I would never have gotten that kill. The way he held it until the jet dash came through, that is such good game sense. Papi Rasa, though, continuing to make this round competitive.
He's gonna manage to find one kill for his troubles as well. He's actually gonna pop the ult. He's investing utility into winning this round. He feels as though he has a fair chance, but the snake bites are gonna stall him out right now. He is on a bit of a timer for this ult. It's going to eat away about half the duration of the ult. So he'll have to get a kill to refresh. He's going to see the shoulder of one. Not going to be able to find React, who's playing inside of elbow. Beautiful shot at long range with the Phantom.
React even has the Resurrection. Decided not to use it there. You can see the money's pretty stable for both teams. We're both going to be able to buy up. Actually, not quite for Six Playground. They're going to have to... Well, Striker at least is going to have to go on the save, having bought up that op. So looks like they are all going to go on a quasi-buy instead of investing into full rifles here. And yeah, 2 to 4, mostly Harmless. Now on a bit more of what we normally see from them. Just winning those aim duels. Even after they went down early on in the round, they were able to get those trades, and they just play off each other in 2v2 or 3v2, 3v3 situations so well. They are just so excellent at that Counter-Strike style Valorant, where you're just trying to get those trades, trying to win the duels, trying to play off each other, and get control of small areas of the map at a time.
Yeah, definitely. And the one big difference between Counter-Strike and Valorant is the maps are much smaller in Valorant.
Yes.
You don't have to get as much map control, so that's why you see a lot of CS players who come to this game not having much difficulty with securing big portions of the map. Well, Amit is going to manage to find one kill with the running gun from the Spectre, so Ongline going to be off the board. They're going to be able to upgrade at least one of them to a rifle here. Sometimes I wonder why people full buy in general, because it feels like some save rounds just work way better than rifle rounds. As I'm saying that, look at that. Just 3 more kills to 1v5 for React. Yeah, why full buy? You can just save every time.
React is thinking about this. The Resurrect comes in. They're fancy this round.
And React is fancying it for a good reason. He's going to find another kill. However, Rich is going to get res. Immediate traded back. They're just feeding React kills right now. React is going to find another one. He's on for the ace, but not going to find it. Marco from Heaven is going to shut him down, and it's now a 1v1 Ongline versus Emit. Emit has been so influential on this map so far, and he's not going to be able to find... Actually, Emit will find it, actually. The Spectre coming through strong. As he's gonna try and upgrade to a Phantom, but doesn't quite get it in time.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to stick with the
Wow.
Spectre for this round.
Yeah, just a flurry of kills coming in as they hit the site. And yeah, wow, it was really hard to keep track of that round because we went everywhere on the map there. But it does end up going to 6 Playground. 5-2 on the attacking side of Split. Up against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league right now in Mostly Harmless. Very impressive stuff from 6 Playground, especially considering even with some heroics, they really got dominated on Haven. So Split looking like a great map for them. You got to watch out for this. Striker, though, getting the first entry over on to the players, and Papi Rasa with 2 as well.
Yeah, he's going to open up the B side, it looks like, as they're going to start to transition toward it. And rotates are coming in through CT. So full control, really, of the B site here. As Streets and Ian are making their way up towards Heaven. Will Striker be ready to check for this? Moreover, will they check for Striker? Looks like they actually go unchecked in mail. Ian gonna find 2 on the site, though, as Striker has to make a play soon, as Ian is just cleaning out the site right now. It's gotta... This is looking so difficult for Striker now. He's gonna find Ian, but is he ready for the defuse? They think he's just sticking the defuse. He gets the kill, but no, the defuse is gonna go through, and that's gonna be a win now for Mostly Harmless.
These rounds are making 6 Playground look like a completely different team. Now, Mostly Harmless with a great play there, in particular, you know, you saw Ongline with a beautiful play coming up from the top of Catwalk, but 6 Playground are getting so close in even the rounds that they're losing. So such impressive stuff coming in over from 6 Playground. Mostly Harmless, though, on their way back. 3-5 now, and they are not looking to stop anytime soon. Streets on this sky definitely has made some good plays. Dylan, you got to stop following those abilities because you always curse them when you do. Striker coming
Dylan has
in.
a bit of a curse, does he?
the Observer's curse. I've never heard of that before. The Caster's curse now moving over to Observers.
Yeah, definitely. And well, they're gonna find it's gonna be an opening kill here for Playground, as they're kind of looking towards an A hit, but it's quick rotates from Mostly Harmless here. They don't have all their manpower. Some players are still towards mid. Marco's rotating back, and Amit is just chopping down a wall right now.
Takes forever with that SMG. It's one of the most annoying things in the world, breaking a stage wall with something other than a rifle. But he does recover a rifle there. So.
He did it just to get a rifle. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So much effort just for a Phantom, and well, that Phantom is not gonna do much work. Actually, will do much work. I thought that there was a kill there, but Papi Ross is gonna manage to shut down 2 players. Amit is gonna find another one as they come onto the site, and it's up to Ian. He's gonna have to make a Herculean effort here. He does have the showstopper and a nade, and 1 player on the side of Playground is low. This match has been no stranger to clutches. This is... In most matches, I would say this is impossible, but I feel like we've seen so many clutches. Impossible is no longer a word. As he finds 2 kills, my prediction is coming to fruition. Ian going in, he just checked the corner fully. Oh no, the timing and Amit is just barely gonna win it out. What a risky peek with the ultimate out.
Yeah, and you know, you can't check everything in that situation, right? You don't have a lot of time left with the showstopper. He just kind of has to guess if you go around there. The player's going to run, but actually very nice play there by Amit. Just really great sort of nerves to go around that corner and take the peak. And in a way, it just goes down to luck. Everybody's got to guess a little bit at where the opposing player is going to be, but also Ian was trying to do that with only 1 satchel. He would have had much more of an opportunity if he had both of them there in order to get a little more mobility.
For sure. It feels like he kind of had a moment of hesitation there. He actually could have made it towards elbow, but I think he kind of started to transition towards the site. He thought he would maybe be playing somewhere close around there, and well, that'll be the death of him. He'll definitely be kicking himself when he's watching the VOD of that round.
Definitely will. So we are on 3-6. This half is going to be tied at best for Mostly Harmless, and 6 Playground are just putting out a very impressive performance here already, it has to be said. Rarely do teams get this kind of advantage, but Striker in danger there.
What a shot from Striker. I think that was a 180. Dizzy's gonna manage to find 1 kill, but Poppy Rasa is gonna answer back with 2, as it's now a 1v2 for Ian, I believe. Yep, he's not gonna be able to find anything here. It's gonna be another round going towards Playground. It's 7-3 on the attack side of Split. This is fairly uncommon to see.
Definitely, especially with these teams where you'd have thought Six Playground came in as the underdog. They are doing great here. Yeah, like you say, 7-3, and you know, Amit, we talked about that Battle Sage definitely leading the charge here in a lot of cases, but still Striker, we've seen some magic from Striker as well. You can see those two really holding up the weight of the frags on this team. Meanwhile, of course, on the other side, mostly Harmless, relying on their duelists. Striker, again, with these interesting walls here. I like that Six Playground have got these set up. This one goes into heaven, and so if somebody were to peek out there, Striker would have a beat on them. Not going to happen, though.
This is a pretty old wall, all things considered.
Yep. Yep.
This,
you just don't see it that often.
this-
I mean, I guess Split just isn't as common a map, right? And so you don't see it as often.
Right. And definitely, and kind of started to fall off a little more. I believe this wall was first discovered during all the way back in beta, and it just kind of fell off because most people would just kind of be ready for it.
Yep. Yep, and in this case, it doesn't matter if they're ready for it. Nobody's peeking that anyway. Streets on the off angle here definitely could get something going, as A does seem to be the plan here. And the Bird's going to come out, delay the push a little bit. Let them know that there is still a player on site.
They're stacked. They are stacked up here on A, and the Killjoy ultimate is going to be coming out. Street's going to hit a very clean shot inside of ramps, but the Bird is going to go inside the Cloudburst, so it's not going to be able to do anything. React is going to chime in for a kill of his own, as they're all going to have to clear out from the lockdown. No way for them to dispose of it here. It's going to have to be They're going to have to be playing from long distance here, but that's not a problem when Steets and Dizzy are tagging up the kills that they've got. Poppy Rasa is the only one left, and no time really to do it. Might not even be able to save his life here as they're pushing up, and he's going to find one for his trouble, but Dizzy's going to trade it out.
That lockdown just had such a small impact on the round, you know, because both mostly Harmless players were able to come in and get kills during the lockdown charge, and then once it was, they got the kills soon enough that they were able to get out and not get detained anyway. So, yeah, really good play there by mostly Harmless, just knowing that they have to play a little aggressively, catch those players who might be trying to take control off of that lockdown, and then back off and take out the other players as they file into the choke point. So good job there by Mostly Harmless, just a nice defense. Last round of the half here, Mostly Harmless trying to get to 7-5. 8-4 on the attacking side of Split would be very impressive from Six Playground, and they're on their way already.
Dizzy is going to pop the ultimate in mid, but it's not even looking like they're going for mid pressure here, as Striker's going to get the first kill onto A. That gives them control of Heaven and ramps here, as Amit and Striker are going to chime in for 2 more kills. This is now a 2v5, and the Viper's Pit is completely null and void. It had absolutely 0 impact throughout this round.
Yeah, just funneled them away from A where they weren't going anyway. Striker on 30 HP, but has this off angle covered. Gonna know, and gets a couple of kills. That's already so good from Striker to get that info.
And on low HP for him to get that much damage done, and now it's gonna be Dizzy against the world. 1v4. Just a Vandal in a dream. This is looking very unlikely, in my opinion here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and he turns around.
They were going for the knife kill.
Bit of a jump scare there as he turns around with Omen, the most terrifying character, standing right behind him. Yeah, the knife not gonna happen, but they do manage to get the kill.
He saved himself the embarrassment of the knife kill at least, but probably jumped out of his chair there to turn around and see 2 players just kind of, you know, chilling out behind him. Asking, you know, hey, what are you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Dizzy.
Oh man. Well, 8-4, and yeah, this is we could never have predicted this. Six Playground going up well ahead, and it looks like it's due to preparation for Split. They just had such a good coordinated attack. They had set plays that they were using to get control of various areas of the map. They played them out to perfection, and Mostly Harmless did not quite have the answer for most of those rounds. Now they have to play on the attack, and of course Ian and Ungline are so dangerous here, but definitely have a long way to go.
And it's going to be a quick execute on the side as Ongline is pushing forward. Rich is going to be alone, but he's going to manage to find one for his troubles. Not going to be able to find any past that, and the full heal from Ongline, so he'll have full armor on this Ghost as well. Holding elbow, and Striker is going to manage to get 1 kill, maybe 2. No, Poppy Rasa is going to manage to chime in, and now it's a 2v3 post plant here, as they're just going to be barreling into the site, and it's not going to work at all. Dizzy's going to tag up 2. He's got a 1v2 on his hands here. Picks up the Ghost. 1 elbow, 1 on site. He kills the 1 on site. He just has to deal with the player in elbow. Pushing in, and he's going to get the clutch. Dizzy didn't get 1v4, but he'll pick up a 1v2 with a 4K at least.
With Dizzy, really nice gunplay there on Marco, just unfortunately missing the shots as he came around the corner. Sometimes that classic just doesn't play nice, and that was one of those times. So there we go. That's the pistol round coming over. A very, very close affair from the side of Mostly Harmless, barely kind of getting out with that clutch from Dizzy, but they do. That means Dizzy's in the second spot of the scoreboard there, and 5-8 is the score. So they're going to force up against the save of 6 Playground here. Looks like mid control is the plan.
Hey, you want to know something pretty interesting? Mid rush right now from wow, that was 4 kills in about a second.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I was gonna say, you want to know something pretty interesting? Attacker sided, ladies and gentlemen. But
yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's just gonna continue being attacker sided. All things considered, this is a force buy here from Mostly Harmless, so it was expected that they win this round, but not that fast. That was, like we said, 4 kills in 1 second. I don't even know who got what kills. All I know is Striker's alone versus... It's a Jet versus the world.
Yeah, right before we could finish our exchange. Striker, like you say, all alone on the classic. And that Sage slow is going to slow him down quite a bit. So, yeah, well, I'm interested to see how Mostly Harmless approach the attack, you know, with so much planning seeming to have gone into the attack for 6 Playground. I'm curious whether Mostly Harmless has done that type of preparation or whether they're more, uh-oh, no way, Striker.
There's no way this happened.
React is there. Okay. I thought they were out of here.
Thank you, React.
Oh, man. I like the idea. I like the gumption, Striker, and he types in chat, laughing in chat. I like it. That's what we love to see. I'm not sure Ninja Diffuse has come through in the league at all, at least not that I've seen. I'm always ready to hype that up, but it didn't happen this time. And we are going for the bonus round here. So, rifles against SMGs.
Yep, bonus round here for Mostly Harmless. And, I mean, it's standard to see him lose this round, but, I mean, this match has been anything but standard so far, I feel. So, we'll see what happens here, as the attack is going to be punching up through mid once again. It seems like they're just going for another mid rush here, but this time Playground was ready for it. They put a lot of utility in the mid here to shut down this rush, and now it's going to look like a rotate through sewers for Mostly Harmless. So most of their players are transitioning into an A hit, it looks like.
Yeah, and Ian is on the rifle, so he's got an important job. He's the only one who has the weaponry to match the side of 6 Playground, so he is going to be playing close to the entry here. Probably the second player in, off of Ongline going in for the arena entry. A is
and the
very well
going to spot him out. Rich is alone versus the world. He's going to get 2. Rich, what is that? Strafe shot. He's going to get traded out by React, but 2 for his troubles is definitely more than what was expected of him. So now it's a 3v4 post-plant. Marco's going to find another one on ramps, and now it's a 2v4 here for Dizzy and the Sage. I'm not sure who's playing the Sage, I'll be honest. It's React. I don't know why I forgot that. But the other Sage of Amit is going to manage to take him out, and he's going to be shut down by the Jet of Striker. Sage or Sage, man, what is it about us in mirror matches, man? I don't know what it is.
It just constantly happens. Some of these games, you know, there wouldn't be any chance for mirror matches, but we just keep landing on the ones where they are, and I like it. I like it. It's a fun little mini game to keep an eye on. Rich near the bottom of the scoreboard right now, but did have a very good play delaying the push in that round, getting those 2 great shots coming out. Just as I was saying, the site isn't very well defended. Rich completely proves me wrong by shutting down the initial push, taking out the duelists. 6-9 is the scoreline, and that is 4 rounds away for Six Playground from pulling off a pretty damn big upset, it has to be said, against Mostly Harmless.
I mean, Rich is on the Killjoy. It's usually a pretty thankless job, and
Yes, of course.
they usually don't pick up a ton of kills. So seeing him make a stand in the site like that, where he gets 2 kills, is usually more than what's expected. Honestly, usually you let your utility do the talking when you're a Killjoy player. And Nate going all the way into the back of heaven, and is from Ian. Ian's actually going to manage to get a kill on the ramp, so he's opened up this round a decent little bit. As he's going to get healed by the Sky of Streets, and they're kind of transitioning towards Garage here for a B main hit. And
I like this
it's
off
looking...
angle from Papyrasa. Definitely not something that's often checked. You'd rather be looking up towards Catwalk. So Street's going to flash in, but we'll see if Papyrasa can get something here.
Yeah, even when you're playing on the ground level, it's usually hell that you're playing, but Papyrasa is ready for this. Well, he's going to manage to find one on the off angle, but immediately refragged by Ongline, and gonna be a 2v4 retake from Striker and Killjoy of Playground here. Striker's gonna manage to find one, and that's gonna open up a little bit of this site, but he's down to 30 HP, and this is looking pretty difficult of a cleanup. Rich managed to find another, actually. This is starting to open up the round a little bit more. Gets the lockdown. He's gonna commit the lockdown to this retake. It's gonna be Striker finding another. Actually, no, it's Rich finding another one, and Striker's going to start committing defuse. They've got the nade line up. Striker's going to die to the nade. Do they have enough time? I'm not sure. He didn't get the half. It's going to be close.
He's got it.
I think that Rich has got it. Pretty close,
Wow.
but yeah, Rich has it by about a whole second. What is with the clutches in this matchup?
I don't think we've seen a single save round. I don't think we've seen a single time somebody saved a gun in this entire day of Valorant. Maybe once or twice, but they are going for it every single time. And yeah, the lockdown used. Ian even gets a grenade kill onto the diffuser initially, but still, Rich has the time to head into Garage, get that kill, and go back for the last second defuse. Just what an exciting game on Split so far. 6 Playground, you know, I keep saying it, but they have found another level in this second map. They just need a little bit of warm-up, it seems, and they are ready to play with Mostly Harmless here. Very, very impressive stuff. 6 Playground making Split their playground right now.
If my memory serves me right, we've only seen one save come through, and that was the operator of Striker. That's it.
I was just thinking
that's all
that.
we've
Yeah,
got.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's a mid now contesting mid. His walls are going to get shot down immediately, but he's getting a little aggressive on the smoke. The dog is going to be coming through from streets, but nothing's really going to miscarry. A little bit of intel onto admit, but they already knew where he was. He's usually playing this position. It's a low buy coming out, but Ongline's going to manage to find the kill from Amit, and it's going to open up heaven a little bit. However, Dizzy getting full blind does have the Viper Pit to commit to this hold, but I'm not sure if they're going to go for that. A lot of ultimates on the side of Mostly Harmless is they're going to start to transition into their post plant here. Marco from heaven is going to have to contest some kind of angle here and try and open this up. He's going to spot react, but not act off of it. Instead, he's going to let the jet with the operator take first contact. Striker's not going to find anything though. However, they're starting to stall out. Striker's going to find Ian after Ian trades out Marco. This is looking pretty dire if you are... wow, this is looking really dire actually if you're Papyrasa. He's got a 1v3 on his hands. No way he's going to be able to clear all these angles. The 90-degree angles being held in a crossfire. It's going to be Streets to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and the key to that round, if you are doing a B plant on Split, the key to the round is to securing the round is having presence in mid, and that's exactly what Ian did in that round. He made sure that he was there, you know, to cover any sort of rotation coming around to try to clear out B heaven. That way, they were able to get easy control of so many players there in that position, peeking out one by one and getting those trades and eventually getting an advantage in the round. So yeah, just a nice setup there on the post plant for Mostly Harmless. Ian kind of holding that post plant together, and they continue to play these defaults. Mostly Harmless are very good aimers, all of them. Dizzy showing us that exact thing on a push onto Striker there, and that's what they want to take advantage of. But Rich equalizes.
Yeah, Rich equalizes with... We could hear it from all the way from mid. A clean one tap. This is gonna be a rotate actually towards Rich. They seem to want to get revenge for their fallen comrade here. So they're gonna send the Hawk into Sandwich and not gonna find anything. The ultimate from Rich, the lockdown committed. So there's gonna be a res onto Ian. It looks like that's all they were gonna go for as they're rotating out and taking away that lockdown from the Killjoy with virtually no impact really.
So Ian's got the sheriff in hand, but actually had his gun stolen. That was recovered by one of the players, mostly harmless. So the res not able to recover the gun. It's going to be a little bit salty trying to get that one back. On Gline starts it off, and there is Ian coming in with it.
Ian doesn't need a rifle, it seems. He's going to pick up 1 kill, and Ongline is also going to commit into mid here as it's now a 2v5, and they're rotating back to A once again. They are playing so many mind games right now. It's so difficult to read when there's this many rotates coming out. However, Rich, he's no foreigner to this A site. As he's moving in, he's gonna have to check for Ian here. Will he be ready for the angle? No, he's not. Ian's gonna let him pass. Actually, Ian's gonna take a few shots. Rich is gonna manage to find kill on react, but shut down by Streets. Ian taken down by Papa Urasa. It's a 1v2 here. He's gonna commit the Empress. So many clutches gone for this game. Nobody wants to give up around here, it seems. Pushing into the site, he's gonna find 1 player, not gonna be able to get the kill, and Diz is gonna peek off the contact. It's gonna be another round here for Mostly Harmless, as they're gonna bring it to an 8-10 scoreline here.
Yeah, and Mostly Harmless seem to be starting to get their momentum back a little bit. You saw a very nice play at the end there to shut down the clutch from Papi Rasa, who's trying to pop the Empress. But yeah, you know, Six Playground have done great so far, but Mostly Harmless on the attacking side do seem to be finding it here, seem to be finding their mojo a little bit, especially Ian, who is back up at the top of the scoreboard there. And Dizzy definitely making something happen with this Viper, you know. When we watch these matches, it's sort of hard to quantify exactly how much Viper is doing, but the fact that they're able to get access to these areas of the map so well, there's another Viper wall coming out to deny Amit. It's just, you know, it is having an impact on the game, and we potentially could expect to see more Viper from Dizzy in the future.
It's not only his utility that's been making the impact either. He's been doing a lot of work with his weapons as well. He's been getting a lot of really important kills. I'm not going to check for Amit here. Amit's going to get refragged by Ongline, but Striker and Marco are going to chime in with kills of their own. Now this is going to be equalized to a 2v4 inside of mid. Dizzy, we were talking about his gun skill. He's going to have to go huge in this round in order to bring it back from the brink here. Streets. I'm not sure where Streets is actually. I believe he's lurking somewhere on A. And this is going to start pushing up towards heaven here.
Wow, he's got a lot of it. Look at this. He's completely alone on A site. Or B site, pardon me. Just somehow found a path through. And Viper's Pit is available too. There it is. Wow, Dizzy with a great rotation there. He'll be able to get the plant.
So we didn't use the Snake Bite to give him some leeway here. And the ultimate as well coming out from Streets. Streets going to pick up 1. He's inside of Nail, and now they know they have to deal with him. He's going to find another kill. What a shot. And now it's a 1v2 for Dizzy. And he's got the Viper's Pit to work with here, as well as HP advantage as he tags up Rich. Throwing out the Molotov. He's going to manage to do a little bit of damage, I think, onto the Reyna. Looping her all the way around here. This is such a good play right now from Dizzy. Oh my god, I don't think they're going to even check this. Paparazzi isn't ready, and he's going to get taken out. It's up to Rich, and Rich is going to be able to pack up. It's going to be Dizzy coming through with the 1v2, a 2v4 in the books.
And just if you want to figure out if Viper is viable, just watch this round back, because not only the clutch, but the setup, everything coming through at the beginning, all the utility used, the ultimate used so well there by Dizzy. Unbelievable work there coming in from that support player over on the side of Mostly Harmless. And man, we are just feasting on these clutches right now, Algeria. They just keep coming. It is such an exciting matchup between these two teams, where they wouldn't have seemed to be this evenly matched when we came into it, and it didn't look like that on Haven, but here on Split, it is so close right now, and Mostly Harmless do seem to have momentum. The only question is, will Six Playground be able to break it and be able to get back to the form they found in the first half?
both teams seem so comfortable as well on the attacker side. Mid getting a little aggressive through the smoke. He's not going to be able to find one. Dink Ian down to about 46 HP, but that is not a trade you want to be taking. The Sage down. They no longer have the res available. And Onglin's also gonna start aggressing up here as Smoke's coming in to support him as well.
Yeah, wow. Really, really nice stuff there. But Amit getting a little too aggressive, and, this is a bit of a save. Striker here on the
Speaking of
Sheriff.
aggression here, Striker's getting a little cheeky with this Sheriff. If he gets one kill here, he actually has the availability of the Blade Storm as well. So they're transitioning into this B hit. It looks like this is well calculated here from Playground, but Paparazza is not going to be able to really find anything here. It's going to be spam coming in from the Phantom, and Striker's going to try and break through this wall as best as he can. It's 1v4, make that a 3v4, make that a 2v4 as React is going to keep tagging up. Rich, though, with 2 clean kills with the Sheriff, looking very unlikely, but he'll at least be able to dink the economy a little bit here.
Yeah, if they were to peek out into him, he could get the lockdown with one more kill, but it seems very unlikely. He is looking to at least recover a weapon. Does do that. He's going for this.
But he's not ready for the player in heaven, that much is for sure. And well, he's also not going to be able to even win the heads-up gunfight against Dizzy here. Dizzy's been very strong on his shots today, and he's going to continue tagging up. He's almost at the top of the leaderboard here.
Yeah, Dizzy's having a great game.
He really is. Especially on a character, like we said, with Viper. She's got almost no utility that is, to help you really get kills. Yeah. It's very support-based. But Dizzy's making it work, man. All he needs is a Phantom, and he can make some magic happen here.
Yeah, and just really, really good aim so far. Now it's tied up, so Mostly Harmless have come back from 8-4 up to 10-10 here. We followed that.
Vipers,
I'm not sure what info we got from that. The Vipers. But anyway, that does show us where that wall goes. So it's an interesting, interesting thought there.
Yeah, I mean, that wall it cuts off mailroom, which is a very strong position to be playing for a crossfire from vents. So
yeah, in split, even threatening mid control like that is such a huge boon to you on the attacking side. It just gives you so many options in terms of the way you're allowed to play around your opponent's line of vision, and they are indeed going to take advantage of it this time. They're heading into mid. Dizzy on the flank. They're going to be able to head right through.
And it's going to be a trade here from Marco as React is going to take him out with a Vandal. Rich playing this corner. They do check it eventually. Ian's going to get the kill, and now it's a 3v4. Make that a 2v4 as Ian continues to add on to this match. His scoreboard is definitely looking healthy right now, but not his health. He just gets taken down to 0 immediately by Amit. Amit's also going to contribute in this res as well, making it a 3v3 retake. Striker, their star player so far, is back on the board. There's got clutch to be had. Striker will be knocking at the door for it. And as I say that, Striker moving up, he's on top of the box. They didn't stack for Streets, and Streets is going to go for 2. And now it's looking more or less unwinnable for Paparazza. He's got to go through the Viper's smoke, and well, he's not even going to get out of it, as Dizzy's just going to take him out, almost as if he has X-ray through that smoke. But nope, he's just ready for it.
Nope, just predicting from the eye coming out. Of course, you're expecting Reyna to run in. Streets with a nice job there to push through the smoke. Sometimes you just got to do it, You've got to just take that risk of pushing through the smoke, and this time Streets is rewarded with 2 kills for it. So definitely was able to shut down that retake before it even really began. And that's going to be Mostly Harmless taking the lead for the first time this map. Mostly Harmless finally are able to get themselves into a winning position. They're going to continue to look for this mid control, continuing to spend their utility. That's a missed nade, though. Ian's looking to get that one into mailroom.
He really needs to just stop spectating projectiles, man.
It's every time.
Every time.
So good. I love it. Shout out to Wilby on the observing. I know all of you love him in the host and caster position this time. taking a break from the on screen and just doing some great observing for us. So shout out. Just a quick shout out to Dr.
Oh,
Coward on the sticks as well. Thank you so much for all of our production staff. Dr. Coward and Wilby are the ones helping us out in the back end this time in the background.
yeah, honestly, we give Wilby a lot of we talk a lot of smack, right? We're talking a lot of smack right now, but it's such a thankless job to be observing and a very difficult job as well.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot to be demanding as well. So great job from him. And well, Rich is going to manage to find 1 kill onto Ian here, and he's going to commit another lockdown possibly. Actually, he's going to decide against it and play inside of the Viper smoke. Tagged up, and he's going to be at 17 HP. This is looking like actually he's going to manage to live because Mostly Harmless backs off the site, and they're converting towards a B hit here. Plant will be going down.
Yeah, their rotations from A to B are often so swift and completely catching them off guard. I think maybe we have Six Playground over-rotating a little bit in some of these rounds, definitely in this one, as they were able to just kind of get A for B for free there. Now, the lockdown comes in as well to prevent this. They just don't really have a way to shut this down without a Soba. So there we go. Dizzy getting
Dizzy's
one.
Managed to find 2 though, and he's gonna eventually be refragged, but he gets 2 kills while the lockdown is active. Marco's gonna have to go huge here, and he's not gonna go anywhere as React's gonna spam moon inside of the smoke, seeing the teleport go through. It's gonna now be match point once again for Mostly Harmless. They're gonna look to secure a 2-0 victory tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be looking for that. Ian up at the top of the scoreboard. You can see followed very closely by Dizzy, who's having a great game today on Split. And yeah, that Viper, one of the first times we've seen it after Dizzy teased it a few weeks ago. And that's exactly what we're seeing now, and it's having so much impact. Dizzy fragging well on it as well. Meanwhile, it's Amit bringing up the top of the scoreboard over on the side of Six Playground. Really impressive on the Sage, as always.
Again, we got Striker here with the Blade Storm. He's going to try and look to find some aggressive impact inside of this smoke. He's going to get tagged once. He's going to find one, though. Ongblind taken out of the picture. And he's got the reset on the Blade Storm as well now, as Marcus playing behind the box inside of mid. This could be a little dangerous if they don't check for it. They're not even committing towards the A hit. Mid's gonna hear the orb and start to spam through the smoke.
React does have the resurrection now.
Streets is gonna find a kill though on Marco. Looks like they did eventually check that, or maybe he got a little too aggressive. Striker has 2 knives to work with here. The res is gonna come out for Ongline as well. He had to hit those shots and he's not going to. It's now only a sheriff and a dream that he has. Actually, he's gonna be managed to pick up the rifle of his dead teammate of Amit now. So he's maybe be able to find some more impact in this round, but it's a 3v5, make that a 4v5 as Rich is going to continue to contribute on these solo holds, and he's actually going to manage to get out of there alive as well. But Striker just taking his place more or less, and well, he's not going to last very long.
Ooh, Rich gets a kill there, but he's very low now. This is a really tough one, but it's match point. Algeria, you got to go for this. So Rich on 2 HP, followed up by Papi Rasa. Rich just has to be the bait here, and Papi Rasa needs these frags. He needs them bad.
Playground has come up the biggest when they're in the worst situation, so we'll see if they can do it again. The wall committed inside of elbow here is gonna, and the slow orb, it's gonna stall him out so much, and it's all up to Papi Rasa. Ongline's gonna shut him down, and it's gonna be both maps going to Mostly Harmless. They're gonna, it's definitely something they want to be seeing tonight.
Mostly Harmless once again showing to be the better team in the server. This time, though, Six Playground with one of their best games of the season so far in terms of playing against these top teams. Very impressive stuff in that first half on the attack. They had such a great game plan coming in, and such such a good composure, especially after going down 11-0 in the first map before coming back with a few more rounds. So great individual plays, really impressive from Six Playground, but Mostly Harmless once again reigns supreme. We will see what happens when the standings are updated. That'll come later tonight or tomorrow, but I believe this win will put Mostly Harmless back in the #1 spot above Casuals. So definitely, as we approach the playoffs, that seeding that we're looking at, that playoff seeding is very important in terms of who you're going to be facing in those first rounds. And mostly Harmless are looking for that top spot, no doubt about it. Six Playground, though, like I said, very impressive stuff. They just keep getting better every week.
Yeah, definitely huge improvement that we've seen. I haven't seen their previous games, but just by how much they improved in that match alone, it was definitely it was exciting to see them so quickly be able to get their footing in horrible
Mhm.
situations. We were talking about that game where they were down 11-0. They managed to pull back 6 rounds in a row, which is definitely impressive. And while they kept it really close on split, they definitely seemed a lot more prepared for that map and just barely lost it out there against what I now think is the top team in the league. I believe with that they surpassed casuals, if I'm not wrong.
I believe that's true. Either way, those are the top two. Sup Buddy, though, did take down Mostly Harmless last week, so it's anybody's game at this point. We got a couple more weeks to play, and we are very excited to get it going. You know, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and I think that that's going to do it for us tonight. Those two very exciting games, the doubleheader. Tomorrow, we've got more Valorant for you right here at twitch.tv/Manitoba_esports. We are back with the Canadian Esports Championship Series all week long, as we got League of Legends on Saturday and Sunday and Rocket League on the weekends as well. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we've had a great time tonight. Aldiria, it's been really nice to cast with you today. These have been more exciting matches than I even thought they would be, with some great clutches as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was a banger for sure, and I was glad to be able to come in and do both these matches. I look forward to the next time I get to join you.
Awesome. We will see everybody very soon. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. Thanks to all of our sponsors, in particular our flagship sponsors, Red Bull and No Frills, as well as Inland AV, and all the others who you will see on screen very soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a great time. We will see you next time. In fact, if you want to see more CECS Valorant, we'll see you tomorrow. So don't go anywhere, or don't go too far. And have a good night, everybody.